First 5 a day, now 7 a day. How helpful is this new advice?
Well, I think we have to distinguish between the study and advice. And the study is very helpful because the study shows us that eating more fruit and vegetable is actually healthy. It's beneficial to reduce the mortality of cancer. It reduces mortality in cardiovascular disease. So it's a great study from the evidence it gives. Now, we have to translate the study into public health advice. And for this, we can't just base advice on a single study. So we have this very good and very well accepted campaign, 5 a day, which most people know and which is probably here to stay.
But also what most people are already struggling to achieve. I know I am, for sure. And I think asking people now to eat 7 portions of fruit and veg a day, it's a bit of a tough ask, isn't it?
I think that's the reason why it's good to stay with a 5 a day. If we increase the number of fruit and vegetable to be eaten per day, people might say, well, I won't be able to achieve 5, I won't be able to achieve 7, so why should I really start doing this at all?
But also, they're talking about the proportion of fruit and veg within that 5 or 7 fruit and veg a day, but they're now saying that we need to eat more veg and less fruit.
In general, yes, one would say you should eat more veg than fruit, simply because vegetables contain large amounts of fiber. Many types of fruits contain large amounts of sugar, so it's probably beneficial to have more vegetables than fruit. But I think it's best to leave it at a guide and say eat 5 a day, and don't worry now. Worry about this later.
Well, there's certainly a lot to think about, isn't there? Helen Ratcliffe has been in touch on Facebook. She said, what a load of rubbish. Society's gone mad. Really annoys me that we should follow what a group of experts have to say. Everything in moderation is fine. Laura Marie Richards on Twitter says 7 portions of fruit and veg a day. With the incredible cost of healthy food, it's impossible to undertake on a budget. She has a point, doesn't she? If you're a family of 4 and you're supposed to be eating 7 portions of fruit and veg a day, that adds up.
The problem is that if you have the ability to store large amounts of foods, or if you can bulk buy, or you're prepared to buy in season, it might be easy. But it becomes difficult if you don't have this. If you can't bulk buy, say, different types of fruit and vegetables. If you don't want to stay with, say, something like kale or cabbage for the season where you can't get anything else, it can be difficult. So it's important to support families struggling on this.
But this report doesn't make mention, does it, of anything else that contributes to a healthy lifestyle, like exercise, not drinking too much, not smoking?
No, because it wasn't the purpose of the report. The report really just looked into fruit and vegetable consumption, and that's why it's very important, very helpful. But to lead healthier lives, of course, there are many other factors involved. Yes.